Kobe and I, alongside the late, legendary Cole, never truly forged a deep connection. When LeBron unleashed that surprising revelation, fans could sense a disturbance. Now, Vanessa Bryant is breaking her silence about their dynamic, revealing that Kobe actually harbored strong disdain for LeBron. She's disclosing the motives behind this friction, and I've got the details. Let's dive in. Vanessa discusses the roots of resentment. Years post his passing, she sheds light on the real situation between the Black Mamba and the so-called King. Her narrative doesn't just alter perceptions, it obliterates them. This isn't the warm companionship the NBA attempted to portray. What began as stark rivalry evolved into subtle betrayal, media manipulation, and a lingering disrespect that Kobe couldn't overlook. The most startling revelation in this expose involves Vanessa's insights about Kobe's last days, where he allegedly alerted their close circle about how they were rewriting his legacy to elevate LeBron. The NBA sought a new face, a fresh, marketable star to carry the league into the new era, and they selected LeBron James long before Kobe even left his prime. Despite being a five-time champion, a finals MVP, and an international sensation, the dialogue had already swayed. ESPN relentlessly questioned if LeBron had eclipsed Kobe, while Bleacher Report published headlines proclaiming LeBron had already surpassed Kobe Bryant. According to numerous analysts then, this wasn't merely a casual comparison. It was a comprehensive effort to install a new monarch, even at the expense of the existing one. In 2013, Skip Bayless notoriously asserted on First Take that LeBron had contributed more to his teams than Kobe ever did. This wasn't analysis, it was a takedown. Imagine being Kobe Bryant, waking at 4 a.m. to train, enduring painful seasons, all while bleeding purple and gold. Yet, each time he tuned into the television, the focus wasn't on his achievements, it was on LeBron's ascension. Vanessa recently disclosed that Kobe would mute the TV when analysts discussed LeBron, not out of envy, but because, as she reportedly conveyed, it felt like they were appropriating his accolades before the inevitable end. A statement rich with tragic irony. It's a tougher pill to swallow than many realize, especially reflective in a clip where LeBron remarked, "Kobe and I never truly had a deep relationship until the Olympic team. We shared an impactful bond there, yet it often felt like a rivalry until I joined the Lakers, and he stepped back. That's when everything shifted. He embraced me, calling me bro and assuring me that as a Laker I was family." It sounded friendly, but the wording tells another story. We never had a genuine connection. This suggests more than intended. Why would two of the NBA's finest not truly connect until Kobe neared retirement? There was indeed underlying tension. Kobe allegedly dismissed LeBron's clutch reputation, branding it as media-fueled soft talk. This insight comes from a trainer close to Bryant during his recovery. Vanessa later echoed that Kobe believed the league favored LeBron too easily, particularly in LA. A source claimed Kobe thought he earned Lakers glory through struggles, whereas LeBron arrived to take the spotlight as the franchise's new face. It wasn't personal, rather driven by pride and legacy, a painful feeling of being usurped while still present. Certain moments outlined a divide between them, notably LeBron passing Kobe on the all-time scoring list on January 25, 2020, just a day before Kobe's untimely death. LeBron eclipsed him in Philadelphia, Kobe's hometown, and the NBA maximized the publicity. Yes, Kobe acknowledged LeBron with a tweet celebrating his achievement, appearing congenial. However, unbeknownst to many, Kobe watched that game without smiling. Vanessa revealed he voiced to a friend that night he felt proud, yet haunted, believing they were starting to eclipse his legacy. In the aftermath of the crash, while many lauded LeBron's tribute to Kobe, some noted the absence of their complex rivalry. Vanessa, in her heart-wrenching address at Kobe and Gianna's memorial, honored his legacy as the ultimate competitor and Oscar winner, yet she didn't mention LeBron. This silence wasn't accidental. Vanessa, understanding his emotions deeply, has begun to unfold that narrative. A source revealed that Kobe was furious with Nike's shift towards promoting LeBron's brand, reportedly discussing ending some Kobe lines. He was explicit about wanting Mamba to stand as its own entity, feeling they were already sidelining him. Even before his passing, he sensed the shift, planning an exit. Vanessa confirmed this posthumously, removing Kobe's estate from Nike, an act that resonated in the sneaker culture. Why? She refused to let his legacy be compromised for others' rise. A family friend disclosed that Kobe had cautioned his daughters, especially Natalia, about how the media sways public perception, advising them to defend their name, warning, "Once I'm gone, they'll ignore my contributions." He wasn't merely paranoid, he was prescient. A year following his passing, Bleacher Report featured an article questioning if LeBron had already claimed the title of greatest Laker ever. Consider this. A player who donned the Lakers jersey for just 2 seasons was elevated above a legend who secured 5 championships, bled purple and gold for 20 years, and departed with a Lakers jersey etched in his essence. Several ex-teammates have discreetly indicated that Kobe was never entirely welcoming of LeBron's presence in Los Angeles, not out of spite, but because he felt caught off guard. One assistant coach recalled how, In 2018, when LeBron arrived, Kobe was courteous but clearly less than thrilled. It felt as if you invited someone into your home post-move, only to find they'd already discarded your possessions. He observed from afar the franchise he had helped restore, and they didn't even include him in LeBron's welcome festivities. This wasn't an oversight, it was a statement that resonated. The darkest aspect of this narrative came during Kobe's final weekend. According to multiple insiders within the Bryant circle, Kobe had intended to unveil a video message to LeBron, extending congratulations while also defending his own legacy, a symbolic passing of the torch on his own terms. Vanessa allegedly confided in a close friend that he wished the world to understand his belief, that greatness stems from the Mamba mentality, not mere statistics. However, that message never materialized. Tragedy struck first, leaving behind a haunting void. LeBron attempted to bridge that gap when he spoke of Kobe posthumously, stating that he reached out saying, "Bro, whatever you need in LA, I've got you. Now that you're a Laker, you're family." What LeBron didn't disclose, a truth Vanessa now hints at, was that those conversations were rare, superficial, and not deeply meaningful. Deep down, Kobe struggled to accept that LeBron truly aligned with his vision of what it meant to wear that Lakers jersey. He perceived the TikTok generation, the trend of super teams, media adoration, and a diminishing of toughness. As Vanessa shared with friends, Kobe didn't despise LeBron as a person. He resented what LeBron represented, a system that values flash over tenacity. A source close to LeBron's camp revealed that Kobe meticulously documented his thoughts in journals. One particularly poignant entry after LeBron's 2016 Cavaliers victory read, "The media will champion whoever fits their storyline, rather than those who genuinely labor." This sentiment wasn't jealousy, it was insight. During Kobe and Gianna's memorial, Vanessa spoke while the world observed, celebrities, athletes, and fans, all tearful in praising him, yet she never acknowledged LeBron James, not even casually. Instead, she emphasized that family held paramount importance to him, serving as definitive testimony. For to Kobe, legacy transcended statistics, viral fame, or ESPN discourse. It was about honor, kinship, and loyalty. Kobe never vocalized his broader battle for legacy, yet he didn't need to. His distance from LeBron wasn't merely about respect. It was rooted in deeper principles. In chilling remarks, Vanessa relayed to a confidant that Kobe differentiated their approaches succinctly. He aimed to earn accolades while LeBron sought them on a silver platter. This isn't merely a tale of basketball. It's about the intersection of legacy and politics, where authenticity clashes with narrative, and the Mamba mentality confronts a machine that prioritizes virality over virtue. In 2018, Kobe achieved a monumental feat by winning an Academy Award for Dear Basketball. This marked a pivotal moment, not only for him, but for athletes across the board. He transcended being just a man who scored 81 points. He evolved into a storyteller, a creator, a mentor, a multifaceted individual. Yet, just a day later, the sports media was abuzz not with Kobe's triumphant achievement, but with LeBron's Instagram response to it. A post many deemed tepid at best and possibly passive-aggressive at worst. The cropped image, along with a generic caption, failed to even mention Kobe by name. One fan remarked, "Why can't you simply congratulate him, man? Why make it about you?" It became a noted trend for Kobe's camp, including Vanessa, to observe. Whenever he celebrated a new achievement, LeBron's responses were often either minimal or delayed. However, when LeBron broke a record, the NBA's official channels brimmed with tributes, graphics, documentaries, and admiration, even from those who were once allies of Kobe. Vanessa reportedly expressed this concern to a friend in 2019. "It's not envy, it's reassessment, and it's far worse." In 2020, Kobe was posthumously honored with induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame, an occasion that should have unified the sport. Yet, LeBron remained conspicuously quiet. No tribute, no posts, no public remarks. Vanessa delivered a heartfelt and sorrowful acceptance speech on Kobe's behalf, but did not once mention LeBron or acknowledge his presence. This omission was deliberate. She reportedly told her close circle, "If you didn't elevate him when he was alive, don't pretend to now that he's gone." A former Lakers staff member recounted that Kobe and LeBron had one last private conversation in early 2020 at a Nike event, just the two of them in a backstage area without cameras or PR teams present. According to the staffer, Kobe addressed LeBron directly, not aggressively, but with clarity. He expressed, "I respect your talent, but you don't embody what this franchise represents. Not for me." LeBron was said to have remained quiet as they shook hands and parted ways for the final time. Vanessa allegedly learned of their exchange that same evening and later confirmed in private that Kobe felt it was a moment of closure. He had conveyed what needed to be said. It broke her heart to realize Kobe wanted to pass on the legacy, but only to someone who truly understood its significance, something she believed LeBron never grasped. If you think this narrative concluded with Kobe's passing, you're mistaken. Vanessa didn't merely inherit sorrow. She inherited a battleground, a conflict over Kobe's legacy, his image, his memory, and a subtle power struggle between authenticity and the machinery of the NBA. Following Kobe's death, the story shifted dramatically, but not as one might expect. Outlets that had long debated his greatness were suddenly calling him the greatest of all time. Executives who once favored an early retirement for him were now promoting Mamba Forever merchandise. Vanessa saw through this facade. When Nike sought to renew Kobe's deal posthumously, offering less creative freedom, fewer product launches, and stricter licensing conditions, she refused. Not out of bitterness, but out of fidelity to Kobe's vision for an independent Mamba brand. She later shared, "Kobe and I envision a brand that truly reflected his legacy and honored his contributions, not someone else's interpretation." This was more than just a business decision. It was a standpoint, as Vanessa recognized the same system that heralded LeBron as the future had previously tried to diminish Kobe's legacy. She was resolute in ensuring that wouldn't happen while she still had a voice. Thus, Vanessa established the Mambacita Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to creating equal opportunities for young women in sports, a cause that resonated deeply with Kobe's values and Gigi's aspirations. In her memorial speech, she emphasized Gigi's determination to reshape perceptions around women in athletics, recalling how she passionately defended their worth in her school papers, underscoring the pay disparity between the NBA and WNBA as inequitable. Vanessa committed to ensuring that Gigi's advocacy continued. She produced Mambacita apparel, organized tournaments, and attended WNBA games. Meanwhile, she observed LeBron James, despite being the NBA's face, absent from these tributes, raising questions about his lack of appearances, partnerships, or support for the foundation. It soon became apparent that this was more than a family grieving. It was a legacy under defense. In 2022, the NBA unveiled a lavish documentary for its 75th anniversary, celebrating the all-time greats. Kobe was included, but not as a focal point, not commemorated as many fans had hoped, and Vanessa was notably not invited to be part of it. Sources close to her revealed she felt disappointment, but was not surprised, claiming she had witnessed a push to downplay Kobe since LeBron joined the Lakers. That year, she decided to take action, working with independent filmmakers to create an authentic documentary about Kobe, one that would capture his true mindset, struggles, and messages to athletes, without any NBA filters, just pure Mamba. Vanessa knows Kobe's real legacy isn't quantified by championships, but by influence. Just ask Jason Tatum, who sports a Kobe armband in every playoff game. Ask Sabrina Ionescu, who wore his number in the WNBA after training with him. Ask Devin Booker, who has be legendary, inked on his arm, Kobe's parting message to him inscribed on a signed shoe. Ask Naomi Osaka, who remarks that this is the legacy Vanessa seeks to preserve, one not defined by stats, narratives, or ESPN rankings, but by lasting impact. While LeBron may dominate headlines, it is Kobe's mentality that shapes the locker rooms. She is currently working on a biographical series to explore everything: the injuries, the scandals, the early morning workouts. Training sessions, the fractured digits, the defeat, the resurgence, 81 points, the devoted father phase, the award, the final farewell. This time, she wields complete creative authority as Kobe entrusted her. Not the media, nor the league, nor even his acquaintances with the reality. What if Vanessa had shown support for LeBron as the new face of basketball? What if she had passed the going forward, granted her approval, and merged two legacies into one? This was posed to her in an unofficial chat with a sports writer who later shared her response. Confidentially, Kobe always asserted that greatness isn't inherited, it's earned. And in her perspective, LeBron James never gained Kobe Bryant's confidence. That's not animosity. That's straightforwardness. Here we stand 4 years after Kobe's departure, and Vanessa Bryant is on her own, not merely as a widow, but as a steward of a man who overturned expectations, a steward of a daughter whose aspirations soared beyond the WNBA's limits, a steward of a legacy they attempted to soften, cleanse, and reshape into something more digestible for the upcoming generation. And what she proclaims loudly, confidently, and indefinitely is that Kobe Bryant deserves not rewriting, but remembering, and if that entails challenging LeBron James's place in narrative, then so be it, for no crown can bear the immense weight of Mamba, the bloodstained journey to greatness. Prior to any rift with LeBron, there was blood in the water, because Kobe Bryant didn't merely compete. His legacy was founded not on camaraderie, but on battle, and for every title, for every MVP slight, for every who's the greatest discussion. Kobe had a name lodged in his mind, a name he pursued long after his time. Vanessa Bryant and those close to Kobe have begun sharing insights about the true intensity of his rivalries, the grudges that drove him, the betrayals that marred him, and the faces he could never absolve, regardless of the number of post-game handshakes he exchanged, because this is what they don't capture in highlight reels. Kobe's greatness wasn't only shaped in the gym. It was molded through strife. It was basketball's most iconic partnership, and its most notorious split. Kobe and Shaquille O'Neal claimed 3 consecutive championships side by side. They were a force, but behind the scenes, they were at war. Kobe perceived Shaq as complacent, as privileged, as the type of player who relied solely on raw talent, while Kobe was training at 3 a.m. In 2003, he expressed to reporters, "I'm through with being a psychic," Shaq responded publicly and persistently. Even ridiculing Kobe's legal issues during interviews, the discord divided the Lakers' locker room, and ultimately the whole franchise. In 2004, Lakers leadership opted for Kobe. Shaq was traded to Miami, and Kobe bore the blame, but the truth was he wanted Shaq out. Vanessa later confirmed that Kobe believed Shaq's presence hindered his development. As a leader, he once confided in her that Shaq was the finest center he had ever played with, but he'd never achieve his desired winning until Shaq was out of the picture. Their relationship experienced public reconciliation, yet it never fully mended in private, because to Kobe, that conflict was not merely personal, it was fundamental. They never engaged in trash talk. They never engaged in conflict. Make no mistake, Tim Duncan was the specter Kobe couldn't escape. While Shaq and Kobe were at odds, Duncan and the Spurs were quietly constructing their own legacy. Each time Kobe reached for the Western Conference Finals, Duncan was there to block his path. For over 10 years, they exchanged blows. Kobe once confided to ESPN, "Duncan is the one I hold in highest regard because he took championships from me." Yet, beneath that respect, lurked resentment. Phil Jackson's book, The Last Season, reveals that Kobe envied how the media favored Duncan, celebrating him for his modesty and team spirit, while Kobe was dubbed the antagonist. "They adore him for being dull," Kobe supposedly said to his teammates. "Boring but effective, that's Duncan." And for Kobe, that sting cut deeper than any verbal jibe. If there was a team that fueled Kobe's disdain, it was the Boston Celtics. In the 2008 NBA Finals, the Celtics humiliated the Lakers in 6 games, trouncing them by 39 points in the final match on national television, leaving Kobe feeling humiliated. Paul Pierce labeled him overrated, Ray Allen questioned his leadership, and Kevin Garnett laughed at him during fast breaks. The following season, fueled by fury, Kobe charged through the playoffs, obliterating Orlando, and 2 years later, he sought vengeance in 2010. In Game 7 against the Celtics, despite shooting only 6 for 24, he triumphed. He splintered their morale. Vanessa later shared that Kobe never let go of the pain caused by the Celtics' Big Three. He confided in her that the 2010 championship ring was the sweetest, a badge of revenge. Years later, when Ray Allen was honored at the Hall of Fame, Kobe was asked to send a tribute, but refused. In 2006, Kobe unleashed an incredible 81 points against the Raptors. He was in God mode. Then came Roger Bell, a role player on the Suns, who had the nerve to clothesline Kobe in the playoffs. Kobe loathed him. In an ESPN interview, he remarked, "I don't know this kid. I've never talked to him. So for him to label me a pompous, arrogant individual," that's a quote from someone who's been dominated. Bell's foul gained media attention and became a meme, but for Kobe, it symbolized disrespect. And every time he faced Phoenix afterward, he made Bell pay. In a matchup between the Knicks and the Lakers, Kobe got into a heated exchange with guard Chris Childs. They traded verbal barbs until Childs landed a 2-punch combo to Kobe's jaw. Kobe hardly flinched. That incident, captured on camera, became emblematic of Kobe's unyielding spirit. He may lose a game, but never a fight. They lived close in Orange County and trained together. They were close friends until the moment Steve Nash captured consecutive MVP awards in 2005 and 2006, surpassing Kobe. During that season, Kobe averaged an astonishing 35.4 points per game compared to Nash's 18.8. The fans were outraged, and Kobe was furious. Though he kept it private, a former assistant coach revealed that Kobe felt they preferred the safer, more affable option over him. Nash later confessed he sensed Kobe's resentment after those MVP wins. Even in 2012, when they became teammates on the Lakers, the synergy was lacking because for Kobe, every slight felt deeply personal. They shared camaraderie playing together on Team USA, yet when Dwayne Wade broke Kobe's nose during the 2012 All-Star Game, that incident left a lasting mark. Though Kobe respected Wade, he considered him a lesser talent, a prince rather than a king. Vanessa recounted how Kobe once quipped that while Wade won championships, he never had to shoulder the entire franchise like he did. Kobe didn't engage in conflicts for mere drama. He sought out rivals to refine his own competitive edge. Every confrontation transformed into a source of motivation, obstacles he could overcome and then obliterate. This is why Vanessa Bryant believes these tales deserve to be shared, as Kobe's legacy was woven not only from victories, but also from struggles, tenacity, and the unrecognized battles hidden behind his grin. He aimed to leave a lasting legacy, and through Vanessa's perspective, his passionate competitiveness is immortalized, a flame that burned bridges but crafted a legend that no reinterpretation could diminish.